Northwestern Polytechnic University, NWPU, which has been on the US sanctions list, is once again making things difficult on the other side of the ocean. Its research team has just successfully completed the test flight of the Flying 2 hypersonic vehicle, realizing the seamless switching of 4 power modes in one fell swoop, and exposing the vulnerability of the existing air defense system at an astonishing speed of about Mach 6, not just a technological verification, but a revolutionary breakthrough that completely rewrites the rules of air and space attack and defense. This is not just a technical verification, but a revolutionary breakthrough that completely rewrites the rules of air and space attack and defense. As the vehicle made a bizarre serpentine trajectory through the approaching space, the Pentagon's Operations Command Center saw the red markings of the interceptor system chasing futilely across the screen, eventually turning into a blinding warning of failure. The heart of Flying 2, the RBCC engine, is an engineering marvel. Its core lies in the creative integration of the rocket ejection mode, subfuel ram mode, superfuel ram mode and pure rocket mode, and the intelligent rudder adjustment mechanism realizes the precise matching of the combustion chamber pressure and intake flow rate when switching modes. The high-temperature resistant ceramic composite combustion chamber inside the engine withstands airflow temperatures as high as 2200 K, but still maintains structural integrity. More importantly, it gives Flying 2 the ability to fly autonomously at about Mach 6 at high speeds, with a large angle of turn and a variable angle of attack. This snake-like flexible maneuvering, from its unique aerodynamic shape of the wave body and distributed vector nozzle synergistic control, when the vehicle at a speed of 2 km per second wild ride, the control system can be completed within 0.3 seconds of the pitch angle of 60 degrees of violent attitude adjustment. The peak of the overload reaches a staggering 15 G. This beyond the common sense of the physical maneuverability performance, making SAD, Patriot and other proud defense system is a sham. To know, SAD's AN, TPY-2 radar had to detect 2,000 kilometers, 0.1 square meters of target recognition accuracy, combat interception rate of up to 85% and boast the world's top, but its data processing system in the face of maneuvering 3 times a second hypersonic target, fire control solution delay has been more than a fatal 3 seconds. If its future speed to Mach 8 cruise, any target in the world will be in its 1R strike circle, the existing anti-missile system will be completely ineffective. More chilling to the opponent is Flying 2. Set reconnaissance, electronic warfare, terminal hypersonic anti-ship and even anti-satellite capabilities in one. It carries a quantum radar system using compressed perception theory to reconstruct the target signal. The working frequency band covers 0.340 Thz, the detection distance of F-22 to the traditional radar 5 times. Quantum entangled photon pairs can simultaneously track 200 airborne targets and generate 1024 holographic decoys with electromagnetic characteristics in real time. These virtual targets on the radar screen show the exact same Doppler characteristics as the real aircraft, enough to paralyze the detection system of the entire carrier battle group. 2023 Red Flag military exercises, simulation of the red side of the force equipped with a similar system, has made the blue side of the radar false alarm rate soared by 400%. The system has also reduced the deterrent effect of stealth fighters such as the F-22 and F-35 in the Western Pacific. Although China's aerospace technology started late, it has shown amazing explosive power in key areas. In the field of RBCC engine, Chinese researchers have overcome the difficulty of suppressing the wheezing during mode conversion, and the thrust fluctuation is controlled within plus or minus 2% through adaptive vortex controller. In terms of vibration engine, the continuous rotary burst engine of Xi'an Aerospace Dynamics Research Institute has realized 200 seconds of stable work, and the ratio of the punch is increased by 40% compared with the traditional engine, and the efficiency of the entangled photon source preparation of the quantum radar has broken through 65%, which is significantly ahead of the DARPA's publicly announced new technology. The entangled photon source preparation efficiency of quantum radar has exceeded 65%, which is significantly ahead of the 38% level publicly reported by DARPA. The cluster effect of such technological breakthroughs is reshaping the strategic balance, from the Flying 2, steadily moving towards actual combat. The unipolar era of technological hegemony is disintegrating at an accelerated pace, when China's innovative, curved road overtaking is blossoming simultaneously in the military and livelihood fields. This mode of late starting and preempting has put pressure on the United States, which is used to technological hegemony, especially when the Huawei Pro with a low-cost advantage of 95% for 3 consecutive years to occupy 62% of the global anti-aging market share. The Silicon Valley biotechnology company's stock price plummeted 20%. The monopoly of the United States enterprise myth has been completely shattered. The success of Flying 2 marks a decisive breakthrough in China's strategic high ground, in the near space of 20 to 100 kilometers from the Earth's surface. The Pentagon calls this anti-intervention barrier airspace, where traditional aircraft have difficulty in maintaining lift due to thin air, and spacecraft are unable to stay for a long time due to high orbital maintenance costs. With the wide area working capability of the RBCC engine, Flying 2 has realized more than 6 hours of cruise in this airspace for the first time. The multispectral reconnaissance system it carries can penetrate the clouds to identify 0.5 meter-sized targets on the ground, and the jamming power of the electronic warfare payload is enough to cover half of the Taiwan Strait. More noteworthy is that its back reserve for Universal Weapons Interface can carry kinetic energy interceptor. Low-orbit satellite strike response time shortened to 8 minutes. This means that the dense constellation of star-chain satellites is no longer absolutely safe reconnaissance platform. In contrast, the United States, which has invested some $120 billion in its highly anticipated 6th-generation fighter GAD program, is mired in a technical quagmire. Loma's proud variable cycle engine due to thermal management defect in 2023 ground tests and 3 consecutive pressurizer meltdown accident. Northrop Grumman responsible for the airborne energy weapon system. Laser output power stuck and 80 kilowatts difficult to break through. From the actual combat requirements of 300 kilowatts gap is obvious. More fatal is that the U.S. military services on the positioning of the 6th-generation aircraft divergence. The Air Force insists on air superiority operations. The Navy requires shipboard deployment. The Pacific Air Force is advocating space-based command node. Multiple demand drag. The first flight of the prototype has been delayed from 2025 to 2030 later. At the same time, the Zidu team has disclosed in the Journal of Aeronautics the conceptual design of the 7th generation of fighter aircraft, based on the Flying 2 validation of the air and space integration platform, the use of multiplier lifting body fusion configuration, equipped with a range of 800 kilometers of ultra-long-range air-to-air missiles, and its radius of operation to cover the entire area of the second island chain. When the US is still fighting for the 6th-generation aircraft, China has quietly set the starting line for the next generation of air warfare. In the face of the Flying 2, to show the 6 Mach sudden defense capability, and the prospect of air and space integrated combat, the United States Air Warfare Commander Mark Kelly in the Senate hearing issued a warning of near despair. When the opponent's hypersonic weapons can be minutes response time to hit our west coast, the existing GBI interceptors are like stopping a bullet with a bow and arrow. Even more frightening are its multi-mission platform attributes. A vehicle conducting reconnaissance over Guam today could become an attack platform carrying an EMP warhead tomorrow. The Pentagon was forced to launch Project Dome, which urgently allocated $5 billion for the development of a high-powered microwave anti-missile system. But the head of the program, Rear Admiral Timothy Graves, admitted privately to the press, it would take us at least 5 years to build an effective interceptor capability, and the Chinese arsenal could be deployed tomorrow. With Flying 2 as its pen, Zitu has written a brand new height of Chinese space, in the blank area of the adjacent space. When the Mach 6 vehicle pierced the dome of the sky like a sword, the illusion of the so-called absolute safety collapsed in front of the real power.